Hey everyone, it's Fiktxun Crypto back at it again with another video. We're starting this New Year's off right, so go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe up under this video. Today we have some interesting topics. We're going to be talking about Flare today, Panther Protocol, and also Trustline. I have a couple of famous people in the community in this video as well that we will feature some of their tweets. So if you see them on Twitter, give them a follow because they are posting great content around this time. We are on Twitter as well at Fiktxun Crypto right here. Trying to grow the channel again and the page again because we have stopped posted videos for about 2 months. So we're back on it. So, if you got free time, give us a follow. Let's get straight into this. So we're going to be going over Flare. This is their official Twitter page right here at Flare Networks. You see 225.7 thousand followers. I mean, this has been a project that we've been covering over the last year or so. And I mean, it's just growing and growing. It started off as something small, and this community really just took a hold of this. The developers in the community just took a hold of this and made it into something bigger. It is really, really great what they're promising, and I do believe they have the team behind them to do everything that they're promising us. So let's get into this first tweet. This tweet from Flare right here states that Flare has been in close conversation with the major exchanges to ensure people can receive their FLR tokens as close as possible to January 9th, 2023. Here are the latest updates. As you see, if you want to see some of those updates right here, and if your exchange that you had your XRP on around, I believe it was December 12th or December 20th, 2020, when they did the snapshot. I know I had mine on Coinbase, and we are still kind of waiting for a real response from Coinbase to show us that they are going to be giving us our FLR tokens. But this is big news right here. This is huge. We've been waiting for this type of announcement for a while now, and it seems like things are coming into plan. Also, we have Trustline featured in this video. Now, this is a really cool project because they were building on the XRP ledger. They were building with Flare as well, trying to basically give us some type of credit network solution. And I mean, this project has been bought by Link2, which is another company in this ecosystem that sells. They sell what is it? Private equities. Yeah, they're in a private equities market, and Link2 has acquired them in August of 2022. So if you want to learn more about Link2, I will have this in the link in my description below. I just wish people like me could invest into um, accredited private stocks, private equities, or the process to become an accredited investor is so lengthy. I did some research. The book is like 700 pages. I mean, I definitely think it's worth reading, and I am going to be reading the book. I mean, I have no other choice at this point. I don't have the requirements as far as the 200,000 a year for the last 3 years, which is one of the requirements to become an accredited investor. So hopefully we get some legislation in America, and especially Missouri, Illinois, where I'm from, to loosen up these laws that allow us to actually spend our money the way we want to. At the top of their website, Trustline has been acquired by Link2 and is no longer actively developing these projects mentioned on their site. It was a really cool project that they seemed like they had. I was watching some interviews from Digital Perspectives and Mickey B. Fresh, excuse me, with their owner, and the owner and the CEO, the creator of this project, and what his viewpoint and standpoint was on crypto, what he was actually trying to accomplish with this project. I really do think they have some interesting things planned for accredited investors in private equity, the private equity market as a whole. They had like three components of this thing. It's like a stable coin, they had a vault, and they also had this probity right here, which is, I guess, everything encompassed in one. And it was just really interesting. They had double collateralization positions in order to get a stable coin called RA. I really do hope something like this is still in the works. Now we're going to read the tweet from them right here. We are pleased to announce the completion of our final milestone in connection with the XRPL grants program. The code base for Probity has been open source up under the Apache 2.0 license. Now, they do go into further detail where you can find the code audit. You can basically look through the code and see what certain things are and how it works. I was looking through their website, and it was just interesting to see how they had the definitions of their own code for their smart contracts. And this is what the news of this tweet is about. It's about the smart contract being audited for security in their financial model. So, give Trustline a follow if you want to follow an interesting project that's surrounding around the XRPL, around Flare. It's really, really cool. Now we have a tweet from Crypto Area just confirming what we were talking about earlier. When Link 2 was making private equity affordable, this is what she says. 3 days ago, they acquired Trustline. It's an acquisition co founded by the outstanding builder and former Ripple employee, Matt Rosedin. Now, this is a private equity exchange on the XRPL. Really, really cool. So, we have tweets from Panther Protocol, and this is another slowly building. And when I say that, I don't say that in any slander, but I think the best projects are the projects that slowly build and continuously build. It's more of a milestone thing. Okay, we got to do this right here. We got to do this right here. It's not a race. It's really not a race. We are still early in this field. So if you want to give Panther Protocol and see what they're about, it says enabling privacy and trust in DeFi. Panther Protocol is a scalable blockchain solution. And we have a tweet right here once it loads up from Zork. Today, I gave an update on adding the Flare token to the ABD staking infrastructure on Panther Forum. Now, Panther Protocol does have their own forum and website. So if you want to see their website before we go to their forum, you can see right here private scalable blockchain protocol for the Internet of Blockchains and Web3 institutions and people who are joining DeFi. Now, they're building on several different platforms: Elrond, Ethereum, Polygon, Flare, Avalanche, Near Protocol. And Panther Protocol is a end-to-end solution that restores privacy in Web3 and DeFi while providing financial institutions with full ownership of their data. Now, I was looking over their website. This is where I was reading. It says advanced zero knowledge privacy and trust on any blockchain. Radical on chain transparency is both a feature and a bug. Financial data became a commercial commodity, and neglecting privacy in Web3 and DeFi could potentially fuel the success of surveillance society. Now, we are creating the private interoperable infrastructure that can restore user privacy while giving legacy finance and fintechs almost like or fintechs like, excuse me, a private entry into DeFi. And I was just reading over this, and a couple of things come into mind. What they said: if our data has become a commodity, how can we use that information for liquidity? We turn our data into assets, which we are basically doing with some of these applications and some of these tokens that are that we're able to create. How can we further advance the collateralization of our own data? That's going to be pretty cool. Now, if you're interested in their forum, here is a link to their forum, which will be in my descriptions. All of our links are vetted. This is advanced staking bug fixes for PIP 11, and they basically just talk about like some new staking bugs that they're going to fix for Panther Protocol and for their DAO and things. They actually have a community down here, and they try to get a lot of people involved in it. And you can chip in if you want to say a couple of things, and if you see something that you want to comment on, just go in there and comment on it. It's pretty cool. We have Crypto Airy with the top most 5 interesting blockchains to watch in 2023. Now, going from Panther Protocol to this, we already see 4 of these blockchains that Panther Protocol is working with, and the top 5 are Ethereum, Polygon, Near Protocol, Polkadot, and Flare Networks. Now, let me show you all that one more time. They're working with Ethereum, Polygon, Flare, and Near Protocol. And these are some of the top five blockchains to watch in 2023. Think about it, 10 million people in January will be owners of Flare, and overnight, it will be a whole new world of DeFi. Like, boom. Shout out to Crypto Area. She's always doing her thing in the community. Now, here we have some news from Flare community, and it kind of goes over some Coinbase news and why it is so difficult dealing with Coinbase to have the Flare token distributed to everyone and smoothly. I mean, this is one of the biggest exchanges in the world, and they do have a very heavy regulated space platform as well. And we can see right here from Flare community says, despite the extended time required for Coinbase to complete the Flare airdrop, I would consider this a huge win and something to celebrate. For Coinbase to commit to participating in the distribution is a testament to the integrity of Flare networks and a bright future ahead. So basically, Coinbase is supporting the Flare token distribution and airdrop. We're just waiting a couple of days to see how smoothly everything is going to go. Also, that shows you the integrity, just like they said, the fortitude of this company and the will of the people in the community to hold up this project as something that we believe in. I know that this is very, very important for people who have been waiting for about a year or so. Feels like 2 years. It really feels like a long time. So, I mean, this is a really, really huge win for us in the XRP community. And last but not least, I wanted to end this off with a great, great article that everyone should read. This is from Terrace Zimwa. What he did was interview Hugo Filion about integrating decentralized cross-chain communication and how it makes bridges substantially safer. This is what the Flare CEO has said. So as we take a dive into this article a little bit, we have to ask ourselves, why is decentralized cross-chain communication so important? Now, as I read over this article, a couple of things came to mind. First, I thought the interviewer presented a bunch of great questions, and also Hugo Filion answered them to a T. I mean, his answers were amazing. Some great questions. I believe it's about 7 to 8 or 10 questions. One thing I wanted to point out in this article was this question right here, and I have some of my own notes as well, which I'll wait to go over those. What do you think made cross chain bridges quite notorious in 2022, and are there any innovations that can help restore users' faith in bridges? Also, can bridging solutions give users a fair degree of protection against risk of losing their assets? And I think this is a great question because in 2022, we've seen so many losses due to inaccurate data, bridges failing, so on and so on. 2022 has been a bloodbath for most people. And a lot of people want to participate in these networks, but they're literally scared of losing their assets. This is how Hugo Filion responded. 2021 and 2022, we have witnessed large scale cross chain experimentation. As a result, cross-chain bridges received their first real stress test. Ultimately, many perform abysmally, with more than 2 billions of funds exploited in the last 12 months. The general ability to safely move assets across chains has most likely hampered development in this space. Hugo believes that by integrating suitably decentralized cross chain communication akin to the underlying blockchain consensus mechanisms themselves, bridges could be made substantially safer. Furthermore, if assets are insured at the protocol level as they move across chain, additional risk can be mitigated. And that is the important thing about Flare. People are like, what's up with the hype? It is literally blockchain insurance. Move your tokens using a bridge, and the tokens have some sort of insurance. Now, everything isn't 100% guaranteed, but you have a better state of mind going into a project knowing that once you use a bridge, it is some type of insurance protocol. underlying with this project, underlying with you moving your assets. And I think this is the first, one of the first projects like this. I mean, Flare Networks is going to be huge. I want to make this video too long, so we will end it off there. You all have a great day, and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video. Anything interesting in here to you, and peace.